What's going on, everyone? DV checking in with you guys for another vlog. Hope everybody's having a good day. Now, in my previous vlog, I stated that in a year and 11 months, when my car is being paid off, or will be paid off, that I'm going to be making a come up. And the cars that I'm going to buy, I've kind of selected it down to the top 3 that I can think of right now. That being the C7 Chevrolet Corvette, the Porsche 911, and of course, the Nissan GTR. Now, before I get into this, I'm just going to have to simply say this, because I know there's going to be some people out there who will be saying, like, wait a minute, bruh, you're sitting around driving around in a V6 Camaro. If you could afford a GTR, a 911, or a C7 Corvette, why aren't you riding one now? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen any of my vlogs or paid attention to any of my channel, you know, or matter of fact, you don't know, the reason why I bought this car is because I wanted it. That's the reason why I have this car. And if you're thinking, well, you would spend 4 years of your life paying on a car if you could afford something better, you have your answer sitting back behind me, so I don't even understand the need to ask the question. But like I said, as it stands right now, the 3 cars that I'm thinking about buying, well, one of the 3 cars I'm thinking about buying is either the GTR, the 911, and the C7 Corvette. And I've actually had those cars ranked for a little while now. Now, top number 1, Chevrolet Corvette. Number 2, the 911. Number 3, the GTR. Now, I do have a couple of reasons for each of those cars being ranked where they are. Now, the reason why the Corvette is ranked number 1, because I actually had the ability to drive that car from Atlanta to the tail of the Dragon and see just what that car is and see just what that car is made out of. And I do have to say, that car is quite impressive, and I love the hell out of that car. But the best part about having that car is, it's an American car. It's a widely popular car, which means there are countless aftermarket modifiers out there that can make that car look better, handle better, sound better, and of course, drive better. But the good thing about that car is how that car is built. The personality of that car is almost something similar to my Camaro, which makes me love that car even more because it's a driver's car. It's a worker's car. It makes you work to get the performance out of the car, which is the reason why I have that car number 1. The number 2 is where the Porsche 911 comes into effect. And the funny thing is, I actually had, at the same opportunity I drove the Vet, to drive a black Porsche 911 from the tail of the Dragon back to Atlanta, and I fell in love with that car. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that the 911 is without fault, because in my opinion, there are a lot of faults with that car. But after going to countless track days and knowing all the information I know about that car, I know just how damn good that 911 is on track, because all the cars that I'm thinking about buying, they are going to be primarily used for the track. Because once I retire this car, one of the 3 cars that I'm thinking about buying will take its place. And the reason why I'm a little bit hesitant on the 911 is because that car has so many computer systems, so many driver aids that really, in my opinion, kind of take a little bit away from the driving experience of that car, which is the reason why I have it number 2. But with number 3 is the GTR. And in my humble opinion, I know some people will be like, well, the GTR is the best track car out of the 3. True. I will have to admit that, because after everything I've seen, it doesn't matter if it's been on 5th gear, top gear, motor week, motor trend, whatever. Everybody says just how great that car is on track. But the reason why that car is number 3 on my list is because that car is even worse than the 911 in regards of how many driver aids and how many driver assists and just how many computers are in that car. Because if you've seen my vlogs, if you've seen any of my track day videos, you know I'm a person who likes having control, because that's where I get my pleasure from when I'm behind the wheel. And I'm not saying I couldn't get that with the GTR, but just with all the computer aids and driver aids and everything in that car, I think that it would take away from the love and the enjoyment I would get when I'm behind the wheel. But the real reason why the Nissan GTR is number 3 is because I can't get it in a manual. I mean, those cars only come in automatics. And if you know anything about me by seeing in my vids, you know just how much of a manual guy I am, because I love driving around the tracks. I love just driving around in period, shifting gears, hitting that clutch, and doing everything that I love to do in those cars. But my question to you guys out there, what do you guys think about those 3 selections? Do you think they're good? Do you think they're bad? Do you think there may be other cars out there that I might consider? Because, like I said before, that car that I plan on buying is going to retire this car as far as my track beast. So my question to you guys is, again, do you guys agree with those choices? Do you think they're good selections, or are there other cars out there that you think I might want to consider? Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Don't forget to leave your opinion. Stay tuned for the next upload.